Hi, I hope you have your fine motor journal with you. If you don't have it, you can pause it and go get it because we are going to draw some more art lines. So if you want to pause me, you can go do that and go get your fine motor journal so we can do our art lines today. All right, we've got some new lines we're going to practice today. These are some new ways of making art using different kinds of lines. All right, here comes our first line. Our first line is a zigzag. A zigzag. A zigzag is like a wavy, except instead of wiggling, it stops and starts. It goes zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig. There's a zigzag line, a zigzag line. Our next line is like a zigzag line. That's just a little bit of one. It's called a taper. A taper. So a taper goes down and up. And that's all. It's just a little part of a zigzag. Down and up. Or it could go up and down. Up and down. A taper. And here comes our last new line for today. It's short like a taper, but it bends like a wiggle because it's a curve. A curvy line. A curvy line. Look at all these different kinds of lines. We have our zigzag, we have our taper, and we have our curve. Do you think we can put them together and make a picture using all three of these kinds of lines? Well, when I look at these pictures, I think about when we made our water picture. So remember, I drew our wavy line for our water. That's not one of our lines today, but I'm going to do it anyway. Our wavy line for our water. And then today, I think I'm going to draw a fish. Are you ready? So here comes our fish. Our fish is going to have a curve for a belly. Oh, look, it's kind of a thick curve, isn't it? I'm using thick lines. Yeah, could I use thin lines too for the details? Yeah, so I'm going to do a curve for the belly. Now, I'm going to do a taper for the fin. Boop, boop, like that. I'm going to do a curve for the head. And I'm going to do a taper for the tail. I'll kind of erase this in the middle. There we go. I'm going to do another curve for the fin. Now I'm going to use some thin lines for some details. So I'm going to draw some lines on the fins. I'm going to draw the face and a smile. Look at this crazy little fish I've drawn. This is a ridiculous looking little fish. But that's okay. I'm having fun making my ridiculous fish. I think that maybe my fish is all happy because my fish is swimming in the ocean. But do you know what's happening outside? Watch, I'm going to use some more lines. Are you ready? I'm going to do some more curves. I'm going to do some curves like this. And I'm going to do some curves like this. Because do you know what's happening up here? I'm going to draw some zigzags. Because look what's happening outside. I'm going to use really thick lines for this one. Thick, 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 thick lines. What does that look like to you? Look at my thick, thick, thick lines. It's some thunder. There's thunder. And I'm going to draw some dots for some rain. It's raining. Oh, I have my zigzag and my curve and my taper. And I also used my wavy lines and my dots to make all my different shapes for my fish. My fish is so happy swimming safe in the ocean because there is no thunder and lightning down in the ocean, is there? It's all safe down there. Look at that. I used thick lines and thin lines and wavy lines and jagged lines, all kinds of lines. And you can get all kinds of different feelings out of your picture when you use your different lines. So can you draw a picture today using our new lines? Here's our new lines. Our new lines are zigzag, taper, and curve. So can you draw a picture that has those 3 kinds of lines?